Hello, this is Chris from tradesight, and I want to do a brief synopsis for you on what we call the importance of a tri-star level, currently using the number 1875 on the ES. That's the S&P E-mini futures contract. That's the futures that trace the broadest market index that there is out there. And a tri-star level is a level that the market addresses over and over and over and over again. It's a point that once the market's found it, it kind of serves as a magnet for the market. And when you find these levels, you're going to find that every time you start to drift away from them, your mind sort of starts to realize that if you do roll back towards them, that's going to be the ultimate target. Let's show you how this level is played out. I'm using 130-minute bars. So basically, every one of these bars here is 2 hours and 10 minutes. The reason I do that is it splits the day up. Every single trading day is just simply 3 bars when you do 130 minutes per bar. And that way I can go through 2 months of data pretty quickly. And then we'll zoom in on it a little bit more after I get through it the first time. So this is the ES current contract. This is starting back in March. The beginning or the end of this chart here is early in March, and the blue line is the 1875 level. So you see the market rallied during February from 1730 all the way up to this about 1875. It touched this level. Now I'm going to start moving us forward bar by bar, and keep in mind again, every time we move forward, that's another day. There's 3 bars. That's another day, right? So now look at this. A couple days later, after the initial touch of that level, the high of that bar and the high of the day is 1875. And then we try to move away from it, kind of fall down for a bit. This is early on the math. The sounds you hear are various alerts going off as I move the chart forward. Okay. Now, here we are a couple weeks later. Watch what happens. Come back up, and we play with 1875. Right? And then we're getting late into March here as we've fallen away from that level. And one more time, as we start to head into April, we come back up, play with 1875. And this time we're going to get above it. So over a couple days, look at the low of that day, basically 1875, and now we're into April. Tried to play up above it, came right back through it, 1875 and lower, and went even lower over the course of those 2 days right there. But we turn right back around. One more push lower. Turn right back around. Here we are halfway through the month of April. We just passed tax day. And guess what? Next stop, 1875. Basically spent the day playing on both sides of that. Now keep in mind, you're only seeing 3 bars per day. If we go zoom in so that these are 5-minute bars, which we will in a minute, you'll see just how much time is spent playing with the level. Here we are wrapping up the month of April. Today is currently May 9th, so we're just a couple days into May. Once again, 1875, look at that, the high of that bar. Another day where we play on 1875. Now we're into May, touch 1875. Once again, 1875. Isn't that amazing? That's what a tri-star level. That's what a tri-star level is all about. And those alerts are all sound alerts as I skip through this. And then as we wrap up and get us up to date, today's close on Friday, 1874.75, 1 tick under 1875. Now I'm going to drop this chart, go to 5-minute bars, just so you can see. This is just the last 2 days on the ES, basically Thursday and Friday, right? And what you can see is, if you look at the start of Thursday, we gapped down, we went right through 1875, we came back to it. Look how we used it so specifically Thursday a couple times as we were on our way back down. And then Friday morning on the rally, after gapping down, moved lower, came back up. 1875 was the high exactly, and there's where we almost closed at 1875. And again, if I scroll this backwards in time, you're going to see that the intraday action makes it a lot clearer how the market is respecting this 1875 level. It's become the magnet point for the market right here. And unfortunately, what that means is that the market's been pretty flat for a while, and we need to get something going. Something needs to move us away from this number. But at this point in time, it's such an important inflection point in the market. We're going to have a hard time just moving away. We're going to need an event to get us off of this number. So every time you start to get back near 1875, you can probably assume that you're going to touch it. But we call that at tradesight in our futures service and in our forex service when we see them on the forex side. We call those TriStar levels. They're extremely important magnet points in the market. One of the most technically important numbers you're going to find out there currently. This has been a TradeSight educational video brought to you by eSignal Charts. Hope you have a great trading week.